let's take some examples of a few companies that you had invested back in 1990s, and we just want to try to understand your framework and thesis, and then what did you think back then, and abhi at present also what are you thinking. So the first is you invested rupees 10 lakh in Infosys in 1993, and this also, like by 1999, like this compounded, this was like a multibagger. So आपने तभी कैसे आइडेंटिफाई किया इसको, एंड द रीजन ऑफ आस्किंग दिस क्वेश्चन इज कि आज जो ये व्यूअर्स देख रहे हैं, आपने जब आइडेंटिफाई किया था, हमको ये समझना है कि आज ऐसे अपॉर्चुनिटीज कैसे आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं.
या जब मैं आया था 1980s में, इंडिया में बहुत बड़ा सीमेंट बूम चल रहा था. और आप मेरी बात सोचिए, आई कम बैक फ्रॉम अमेरिका, MBA डिग्री, एंड आई कुडंट नेम अ सीमेंट कंपनी, एंड एवरीवन इन माय ऑफिस इंक्लूडिंग अ लोली जॉबर would tell me सीमेंट का भाव रायपुर में क्या चल रहा है, सीमेंट का भाव चेन्नई में क्या चल रहा है, इसकी क्या कैपेसिटी है और इसका क्या आउटलुक है. एंड आई फेल्ट completely at sea out there, because I realize now in retrospect there is a cement boom going on. So in a boom everyone understands everything about the stock. जब मेरे early life थी, when I told you I worked as a programmer for 10 years in America, I was working as a software programmer, so I understood the software business. People in India didn't understand the software business. So when Narayan Murthy went public, it's hard to believe, Kushal ji, he came at market cap of 35 crores. Infosys came public at a market cap of 35 crores, earning about 5 crores profit at that time. 35 crores, I think even then, to buy 10% of the company required 3-4 crores, which is the price of a flat in Nariman Point. I mean, it is so cheap. But people didn't understand the business. Luckily, I understood the business. And so I happened to buy Infosys. It turned out to be 1,000 bagger perhaps from peak to trough. आज 4-5-6 लाख करोड़ का market cap उसका. But उसमें क्या होता है, कुशाल जी, that once you find a particular thing that appeals to you, it's like a domino. Other dominoes come. अरे दूसरी भी technology company होगी. Let's find out that. I found a company called CMC, which had done the Indian Railway and the BSE broking system. वो भी बहुत कौड़ियों के दाम मिल रही थी, तो मैंने वो ले लिया. फिर उसमें देखा कि वो PSU है, तो अगले दूसरे PSU ले लिया. So one thing led to the other. So it is not that एक ही दिन में मैं इंटेलिजेंट बन गया, एक शेयर लिया, उसमें पैसा बनाया, उसमें जाके समझा कि कैसे पैसा बनाया, and then try to replicate that formula across different companies in the industry and in different sectors also.
So इसमें if I can just deep dive, तो आपने बताया कि you understood the business of Infosys and that's why you took the bet of investing in Infosys. When you say you understood the business, तो आपको क्या exactly पसंद आया था, आपने क्या numbers देखे थे? Of course management is one, but what was your thesis on that company and then कैसे आपने decide किया?
Thesis बहुत simple थी. I'll tell you both these companies, Infosys, CMC. I used to work as a programmer, I told you, and my billing rate in America in the 1980s was $125 an hour. And here the billing rate was maybe $5-10 an hour. So there's a huge arbitrage opportunity. I realized that money would flow and work would flow to India. That was pretty obvious that it would flow. And then the background checks revealed that they were very technical profession people, and that turned out to be right. I'll tell you, with CMC was even more interesting. ये company हम लोग को मिल रही थी उस time 50 करोड़ के market cap में something. Government मनमोहन सिंह ने जो program चालू किया था divestment में, उसमें CMC लग गए थे. तो 40-50 करोड़, मे भी 25-30 करोड़ मिले, मेरे को ध्यान नहीं आ रहा अभी, 97-98 की बात है. It's hard to believe, Kushal ji, but the entire BSE trading system that even runs today was done by CMC. The entire Indian railway system is such a complicated system with so many trains, so many reservations, so many classes, so many outcomes, was done by CMC. Now, I knew from my experience that if this contract was given to IBM, Computer Indian Railways, they'll charge you $100 million perhaps to do it. Take 5 years, studies, do it. और ये कंपनी, पूरी कंपनी 20 करोड़ रुपए मिल रही थी. मेरे को तो समझ में नहीं आया था इतनी सस्ती कैसे मिल रही थी. बट एक बहुत बड़ा लेसन है शेयर बाजार में कि समटाइम्स सोना भी पीतल के दाम मिलता है और कभी पीतल सोने के दाम बिकता है. और हमारा जॉब है टू फिगर आउट जब सोने की चीज पीतल के दाम मिल रही है. दैट इज व्हेन यू ट्रूली मेक मनी इन द स्टॉक मार्केट. यू फिगर आउट व्हाट पीपल हैवंट फिगर्ड आउट. People you think ये टेक्नोलॉजी है, ये लोग आते जाते हैं, कोई प्लांट नहीं, मशीनरी, हाउ डू वैल्यू द बिजनेस, बेच दें उसको. But I understood the value of intellectual property because I'd worked in intellectual property. So that was my big edge, if you want, in life. And I think I parlayed that edge into being a successful investor.
If you learned something new from this video, do share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel so that we can bring you the best content possible. Also, if you want to watch this entire episode, click on the link in the description box and you can go to Kushal Lodha YouTube channel and watch the entire podcast episode. Thank you so much for watching this and have an amazing day.